The report, the crucial report that came by the way of and after Hindenburg, the OCCRP report that made some serious allegation. It now appears that SEBI has taken those allegations seriously, will be probing Adani.
No, this probe, the new probe, is part of the SEBI probe into Adani post the January Hindenburg report.
Okay.
So obviously OCCRP is a sort of a monkey that just doesn't seem to leave the back of Adani. The fund has, this report has alleged that the fund has investments in several Adani listed companies.
Okay.
Now, the core question that SEBI is probing is whether the fund was acting, quote unquote, in concert with Adani shareholders. So, in that way, was it violating the shareholder basically agreement rules? This fund is set up, is called basically Gulf Asia Trade and Investment Fund. It is set up in the, incorporated in the British Virgin Islands. It's owned by a Dubai-based businessman, Nasir Ali Shaban Ahali. So Adani is nowhere there, but it seems that this fund has a lot of investments into a lot of Adani firms. That is what OCCRP report is alleging. SEBI is probing whether it is violating share ownership rules.
All right.
So that is the whole this thing, and whether it is acting in concert with Adani shareholders.
Okay. So would you be in agreement when I say this probe has moved beyond Hindenburg allegations?
Absolutely. I think, there were suggestions being made in the commentary that was coming from the Adani Group after the OCCRP, which is a George Soros funded project of independent investigative journalists. When that report was released, it was said in statements by the Adani Group that it's actually a rehash of the Adani Hindenburg saga, the Hindenburg research report, which had alleged short selling, on Adani. Now, OCCRP had, for the first time, named this gentleman, the Dubai-based businessman, and had named Gulf Asia Trade and Investment Firm as perhaps working in cohorts with the Adani Group because of the association with Gautam Adani's brother Vinod Adani, and the two people that the OCCRP report had then named, including Mr. Ahil, which also comes up as one of the main opaque structure final beneficiary entities of the Gulf Investment Board. Now, I think SEBI has taken cognizance of the OCCRP report. And the inquiry, the investigation, the probe has widened as well as deepened. Now, the point is that SEBI till now has not been able to, in Supreme Court, present its investigation, its report. And that date has been deferred. And 13th October, if I remember, was to be the final date of presenting that investigation. We are on 12th of October today. So is that really going to meet its deadline again? We don't know now with this widening of the probe, and this incidentally has been reported by Reuters, which is suggesting that SEBI is widening its probe, and the OCCRP investigation is definitely finding some merit in the attention of SEBI to actually investigate whether shareholder norms were violated, because 25% of shareholding in a publicly listed company has to be held by the public. And it seems that this particular investment arm, whose website has actually been taken down ever since OCCRP reported the matter, could be in violation of the 25% minimum public shareholding pattern.
All right. So Adani Group of companies could be in violation of the minimum shareholding pattern through the Gulf Asia Fund, in which the allegation is that the owner of the fund is in cahoots with Gautam Adani.
Absolutely right.
And let me refresh our viewers' memory to what the allegations are as far as Hindenburg is concerned. The allegations are, stock market manipulation and accounting fraud. A probe by SEBI is continuing, and we don't know whether a report has been filed. So questions need to be asked of SEBI as well, Kartik, at this point in time. Where is the report? It's been an ongoing investigation, been over a year, at least been 9 months since we've heard of the allegations. No report in sight just as yet.
Absolutely, Shweta. And I think no doubt SEBI needs to be pulled up. SEBI's socks need to be pulled up, and there has to be accountability on SEBI itself, that as the market regulator, where are your teeth? I mean, are these the tusks of a tusker just to show, or do you actually have teeth to bite? I think that question has been hanging in suspended animation for years.
Very long now.
That, and not just with respect to the Adani Group allegations and investigations, but I think overall the larger question on whether SEBI has teeth to bite and whether SEBI should proactively, and it has investigated Adani proactively since 2014. But what happened to those investigations? What happened to those probes? And why is it that we are still sitting on 12th of October 2023, more than almost 10 months after the Adani Hindenburg research report came out? And thereafter, 2 months after the OCCRP report has come out, and we still don't have any direction from SEBI on whether there was fraud or not.
And you know, a lot of commentary out there from a lot of analysts and experts is that wait for that court hearing to figure out or to know for certainty whether Adani is guilty or not, because SEBI is going to file its report in the court. But SEBI also has a duty towards investors to come out clean, say whether Adani is at fault and not at fault.
The primary role of a market regulator is to
investors.
protect investors, shareholders. And I think that protection has to come quick. You know, it can't be, yeah, we will protect you, we are protecting you, we will get there, but you don't get there.
Absolutely.
So I don't know what pressure SEBI also could be under. And we don't know, you know, if these delays by SEBI are actually the delays on account of the ongoing investigation being complex, the opaque structures of companies, you know, operating outside the shores of India and the limited jurisdiction that SEBI would have on those companies, or are there other pressures on SEBI due to which these delays, despite perhaps investigations being concluded, are not surfacing? So difficult to comment or speculate on that right now.
This company is in the British Virgin Islands, so that is a difficult
terrain
to
of course, a very difficult terrain there to figure out whether the ownership pattern of the company. But SEBI needs to come out and needs to come out very clean and very, very quickly to either give a clean sheet to Adani or to state for a fact that Adani Group of companies was in fact violation of the law.